You ever drop your keys and just stare like that's a problem for future me? Or you walk into a room with CEO confidence and instantly forget why you're there? We all have these moments. We chuckle, blame a long week, make a joke about getting old. But sometimes that glitch isn't normal. Today, MS symptoms that pretend to be normal and how to spot the pattern. Hook. Some of these fooled me for years. Question. Which ones have fooled you? Stay to the end for the big reveal. Let's be honest, our bodies are weird. They're a constant source of mystery and surprise. They make strange noises at the most terrible times, like a gurgle in a silent library. Or they randomly decide they hate your favorite food, turning a beloved pizza into a culinary enemy overnight. A certain level of chaos is just baked in. So we learn to tolerate these oddities, brushing them off as part of life's rich and slightly bizarre pageant. So, when your foot goes numb for the third time this week, you just think, I must have sat weird while scrolling for too long. It's a simple, logical explanation, and that's MS's genius camouflage. It doesn't arrive with a thunderclap. It just moves things a little, nudging your normal just slightly off kilter. Did you leave your keys in the refrigerator again? Yep, that was probably you just being forgetful. A single weird moment is just a moment. It's an anecdote, a funny story, not a data point. Our brains are wired for efficiency. They love simple answers. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I just need more water. But MS isn't a single event. It's a slow burn, an accumulation of these seemingly unrelated moments. The clues are little pieces scattered across weeks, months, or even years. That persistent tingling, the crushing fatigue that doesn't match your activity level, the strange visual disturbances. One piece is easy to ignore, but when you start collecting them, you realize you don't have a collection of oddities. You have a puzzle. This is where tracking becomes your superpower. A simple note on your phone, a small notebook, or a spreadsheet. Just jot down the date, the symptom, and maybe rate its intensity. Because symptoms often fade and then return, it's incredibly easy to miss the pattern. But your log remembers, helping you and your doctor see the bigger picture. To understand what's happening with multiple sclerosis, we just need one technical bit made simple. Think of your body as a highly advanced, incredibly complex electrical system. At the heart of it all, your brain is the power station. It's the central command, generating every single instruction that keeps your body running, from the automatic to the intentional. It generates commands for everything you do. A conscious thought like lift your arm, an automatic action like take a step, or a complex cognitive task like remember where you parked. These electrical signals travel from the brain through your nerves, which are essentially the body's intricate network of wires. Now, any electrician will tell you good wires need good insulation, so do nerves. This protective coating is crucial. Insulation keeps signals fast and clean, preventing them from short-circuiting or losing strength along the way. In your body, that vital insulation is a fatty substance called myelin. Myelin makes your internal communication incredibly swift and efficient. We're talking the difference between modern fiber optic and ancient dial-up. And nobody wants to go back to the dial-up era. The endless buffering, the wheel of doom. Here's the problem in MS. For reasons we're still working to fully understand, the immune system gets confused. It mistakes the healthy myelin for a dangerous invader and launches an attack. This process, called demyelination, strips the insulation away, exposing the delicate nerve fiber underneath. It's the biological equivalent of scraping the plastic coating off the wires in your wall. With the insulation damaged or gone, the electrical signals can't travel properly. Now they slow down, get distorted, or drop out completely. This signal disruption is the root of all the weirdness, the direct cause of MS symptoms. If the signal to your leg gets scrambled, your leg won't cooperate, leading to weakness or trouble walking. If the connection from your eye to your brain is disrupted, you might experience blurry or double vision. And if memory signals get tangled on their way to be stored or retrieved, you might find yourself standing in the kitchen, wondering why you went in there. So nothing is truly broken in the traditional sense. Instead, the body's communication grid just has some faulty lines. Let's talk brain fog. It's a term we toss around casually, but when it becomes a constant companion, it's anything but casual. It's the first and often most dismissed signal that something deeper might be going on. Brain fog is a master of disguise because on the surface, everyone's felt it. We've all had those moments. It's got those old software vibes. You're trying to load a name you've known for years, or a word you use daily, like fork or keys, and your mind just buffers, stuck on an endless loading screen. We joke about it, right? I need more coffee, or must be a Monday brain. I remember I was mid-story with friends. The timing was perfect, the punchline was ready, and the key word just vanished. Poof, gone. mouth open, nothing but a dial tone in my head. I laughed it off, but inside, I panicked. That feeling of your own mind betraying you is terrifying. The real difference is the frequency and the intensity. It's the gap between a normal brain fart and a daily draining struggle. Are you constantly losing the plot of a show you're watching? Does it feel like you're thinking through cotton wool? Are you needing to write everything down? Not for organization, but for survival. That's a huge clue. Suddenly, simple math and following a familiar recipe feel like climbing mountains. When your processing speed feels throttled day after day, that's a signal. It's your body asking you to pay attention. Start a simple log. Note the date, the intensity of the fog from 1 to 10, and what was happening. You might start seeing a pattern. Your brain's grid is sending a status update. We're experiencing some signal interference up here, and it's time to listen. Beat. We all know tired. Stay up too late. Rough week. Or just a brisk store run. Sleep, recharge, feel better. That's normal battery. Plug in, you're good. MS fatigue is a different beast. Director's cut of exhaustion, bone deep, arrives without warning. 8 hours sleep, shower, then ditch digging tired. Lifting a mug feels monumental, not sleepiness. System shutdown. It ignores sleep, hits mid-conversation, mid-meal, mid-thought, like a gravity blanket over your whole being. Maybe sleep early? It's not the fix. Watch for the mismatch. Tiny effort, huge crash. A weight you can't shake. The power supply flickers. Beat. Everyone's had a limb fall asleep. Sit weird, circulation dips, fuzzy, tingly, useless for a bit. Shake, endure the zaps, back to normal. Barely worth a mention. My fingertips felt like thin, tight leather gloves. World felt padded, muted. I thought I slept on it, but it didn't go away. All day. Next day. Still there. It felt not quite mine. This isn't always a squashed nerve. It's faulty signals. Static instead of clarity. Hot mug becomes static. Brain hears numbness, tingling, buzzing. The tell, persistence and location. 5 minutes is normal. 3 days is a pattern. If it creeps or wraps your torso, that's not normal. That's your wiring sending a distress signal. Symptom spotlight, vision changes. We think need glasses, lens fix, world snaps HD, easy, but MS often isn't the lens. It's the cable behind it. I woke up, one eye off color, like a cheap filter. Reds look duller, faint central blur. Blinking didn't fix it. It hurt, worse side to side. A few days later, gone. Classic optic neuritis, a common first MS sign. Inflamed cable means broken signal. Blurry vision, dim gray colors, blind spot, pain on eye movement. The eye is fine, the cable's glitchy. Watch for sudden temporary one-eye changes. If it clears in days, it's not your prescription. It's the eye-brain link flickering, a glitchy video feed. Beat. From oops to a pattern, seemingly random events, forgetting a name. A week you could barely function, buzzing fingers, weird vision day. Alone, they're anecdotes. Unrelated data points. Turning point. See the collection, not the accidents. One dropped cup, accident. 3 times a week, pattern. Stack the clues. It suggests a systemic issue. Most powerful move. Document. Right date. Symptom. How long. How it felt. March 9th. Numb toes, left foot all day. March 12th. Too tired after shower. Lay down an hour. Then you bring a case file. Real, recurring, worth investigating. To beat. After diagnosis or connecting the dots, you look back. Memories snap into focus. You replay the foreshadowing. Campus stumble. Half-face numb. Mono-like fatigue that tested negative. A terrible kind of sense. Anger, sadness, self-doubt. All valid. Maybe you were told it's stress. Seeing the pattern is powerful confirmation. Your body was trying to tell you. Looking back isn't blame. It's understanding. Piece your story to move forward. Be kind to the you who didn't know. Reframing helps you live with the new reality and advocate for your health. Beat. The big reveal isn't flashy. It's quieter and more profound. The normal things you ignore can be messages, not random glitches, but a language. Your CNS speaking the only way it can. A dialect of whispers, stutters, static. Good news, we know more than ever. Better diagnostics, treatments that slow progression and manage symptoms. Full, vibrant lives are possible. Answers aren't an end. They're a start. Begin working with your body, not against it. Takeaway, listen. Just listen. Don't change the channel on your body's signal. Don't auto-label it age or stress. Acknowledge, notice. If it repeats, note it. We build community by sharing questions and experiences. It makes us feel less alone. What small thing did you dismiss as normal until it was part of a bigger story? Share in the comments, or with a friend, or in your journal. If this helped, please like the video. It tells YouTube to show it to others. Subscribe for more MS clarity and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. Your story can light the way for someone lost in the fog. Thank you for listening.